When you do these to a narcissist, they'll ultimately run with their tail between their legs. Narcissists want others to fill the vast, dark void within them so that they can feel good about themselves. This is their mission. They depend on the help and sustenance of others to stay alive. They drain the vitality, health, and energy of their victims to maintain their inflated feeling of self-worth. No questions asked. They want their followers to mindlessly follow their lead, and they treat people in any way they see fit to attract more of their kind, without hesitation. They resist accepting responsibility for their acts. Those in long-term relationships with narcissists may feel compelled to do everything the narcissist requests in order to survive. The narcissist is an insecure individual. They constantly worry that others will view them as useless and inferior. This is because they are fully aware that they are acting and do not truly believe what they say. Because they lie so frequently, they are perpetually on the defensive. When presented with an accusation or query, they will immediately mount a defense. Narcissists are fundamentally depressed individuals. When left alone with their thoughts, narcissists succumb to an underlying depression. To keep them active, they require constant stimulus and excitement. To bolster their self-esteem, they attribute all of their issues to someone else. Consequently, if a narcissist attempts to confront you and damage your life, performing these things will make them realize that you are not to be trifled with. However, I'd like to thank you for watching this video first. It would be highly appreciated if you could help this channel expand by sharing this video with your friends, family members, and loved ones. Moreover, if this is your first visit, please subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss any future updates. Let's begin. Firstly, do not fall for their gaslighting trick. Gaslighting is a manipulative technique employed by narcissists to cause others to question their sanity. If you allow them to get away with it, you will become utterly nuts. It is employed to defame, confuse, destabilize, and undermine you. Remember that you are fully conscious of your activities. When you do not allow yourself to be misled, you maintain your integrity. Even if the narcissist tells you otherwise, you remain steadfast in your convictions. Nobody has the right to disregard your life experiences or your perspective. However, you need not quarrel with the narcissist to win the hopeless battle. Do not squander your valuable time or life force attempting to convince them otherwise. It is a fact that failure is inevitable. Since narcissists are completely aware of their aims, it is impossible to convince them of your point of view. When a narcissist tries to convince you of something that is not true, do not argue back. One-word responses are typically sufficient to convey your thoughts, so avoid rambling. For example, silence followed by "oh" or "okay." Keep your mouth closed. When necessary, stand up for yourself, but do so in a measured manner. Remember to maintain non-reactivity. Pick your battles properly to avoid mind-numbing, never-ending, circular debates and arguments. When interacting with a narcissist, remember that less words are preferable. Avoid satisfying their desires. "That didn't happen," "I've never said that," and "I've never done that," are instances of false statements. Say "ew" or "okay," and give them a knowing glance to indicate that you comprehend. Maintain silence then. This statement will carry significantly more weight than anything else you say. Furthermore, your intended meaning is absolutely evident. It is as though you are stating, "Your foolishness has no effect on me." In other words, we have the same opinion on the matter. This is all the information we require regarding what you did or did not do, and what you said or did not say. Remember that by maintaining your resolve, you can counteract their impact. 2. Do not expect anything from them. This comes at a cost. and you must be absolutely and brutally honest. To be effective, you must be honest with yourself and know what to expect from the people and things you're interacting with. You will be less likely to be surprised and caught off guard if you do not anticipate them to be decent, kind, honest, and sincerely loving individuals beyond what they have demonstrated to you. Consequently, you are automatically blessed with authority and strength. It is typical for empaths to recognize the good and loving aspects in others, despite the terrible behavior of others. Nonetheless, narcissists should never anticipate such an outcome. Please focus on their actions instead of their words. A person's words are simple to utter, but are their actions consistent with their statements? Red flags must not be disregarded. Instead of lying to yourself about how you're feeling, be honest with yourself about what you're experiencing. In other words, when you see through their lies, trickery, and false sense of superiority, when you see through their phony front, they recognize they have you in their grasp and that you are no longer deceived. Due to the fact that you can see everything so clearly, you should bring them down 2 levels. Instead of being thrown off by their presence, you throw them off by becoming a light of truth and excellent judgment in your field. This is the strongest thing possible. Remove your rose-coloured glasses and embark on a path toward extreme self-honesty and acceptance as an alternative to rejecting reality and longing for miracles. In one respect, this is the case. Individuals who are narcissists do not alter their behavior. 3. Stay genuine to yourself. If you do not allow negative energy to alter you and instead remain joyful, loving, and kind, the narcissist is absolutely out of their league. The poisonous people in your life have no idea how to engage with a sincere and kind person. Keep doing what you're doing and leave them alone. Nothing changes. Someone with integrity will expose them for what they are sooner or later. As narcissists are typically the polar opposite of those who can and will, they do not expect them to be anything but self-centered. Focusing on yourself and taking the necessary actions to live your best life are both vital. In the world, let your good deeds, good intentions, and excellent character speak for themselves. If that is your primary goal, I assure you that it will be heard loud and clear. 4. The importance of silence is valid, particularly when interacting with narcissists. You cannot put narcissists out of their misery faster than by acting as if they are dead to you. Make no effort to assist them. Not a single word exists. Your silence indicates that you're unconcerned about anything, and your quiet and apathy communicate more plainly than anything else that you are neither a good target nor someone they can mess with and get away with it. People that treat others with contempt and a lack of respect in an attempt to fool or manipulate you should be avoided. They will behave similarly if you turn your back on them. The fewer interactions you have with them, the better off you will be. 5. Please take note of things between you and them. When interacting with narcissists, it is essential to keep detailed records. Regarding black and white, there are less things to say. When everything is written down, it is impossible to assert that you stated something you did not say. Keep copies of all correspondence, including text messages, emails, and letters. If you ever need it, you'll be glad you have it. Consequently, it is essential to keep track of everything. When it comes to a narcissist, the evidence will speak for itself. There is no need for words, as they merely produce needless drama. 6. Don't be in a hurry. To put a narcissist in their proper place, patience is required. The truth will always emerge at the proper moment. Develop a sense of confidence and tenacity. The narcissists I've described allow only those who are actually deserving of their attention to approach them. Time is the only requirement. They really should. When divergent pieces do not fit together or make sense, A narcissist will be shown as such. The public will eventually find the truth about the narcissist. They should all be able to converse with one another. Let things go and refrain from excessive concern. No one I know would want any more of that. These are my final opinions on the subject, but please continue. You can view further videos on this channel to discover more about the negative impacts of narcissistic abuse and what you can do immediately to heal from it so that you can begin living your best life in peace, confidence, and independence. 7. Improve your self-esteem. If you know who you are and have a positive self-image, it is much simpler to withstand name-calling, lies, and a smear campaign. Reconnect with the feelings of affection you have for yourself, your family, and your past. In other words, you are less attracted to persons who are manipulative and abusive because they lack empathy. Invest your time. We will inform you when we have the scheduled training. I hope that this short explanation helps you. Please tell us what you think and what you've experienced in the comment section below. For future videos, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and clicking the bell icon below the video. Thank you very much for your time and interest. Exposing how the narcissist would always get a second chance and why you shouldn't give them. Welcome to another episode in which we will discuss every aspect of narcissists. In today's video, I address how narcissists expect a second chance at all times. And despite how tempting it may be to try them again, you really shouldn't. Before we delve into this subject, please join me in extending a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for visiting my channel and subscribing. If you're new here, I guarantee you that there is no better time than now to subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell button so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Let's begin. Not everyone can benefit from a second chance, particularly manipulative people like narcissists. A narcissist disregards the emotions and needs of others. Narcissists want second, third, fourth, and fifth chances if you ever give them one. Every time you brought them back, they would be overjoyed. They use our charity for their own benefit. They will say and do anything to win you back. If you are considering re-entering a relationship with a person who has mistreated you, you must conduct a thorough self-examination. Here are 4 reasons why people put up with a bad relationship, but ultimately try again. Now let's discuss how and why we may be attracted to or remain with selfish people. Obtaining a second chance typically requires an apology or reconciliation. Narcissists should not enjoy this privilege. Unfortunately, there are a few reasons why narcissists keep getting second chances with their victims. Before examining the tactics narcissists take to make a comeback, we first assess our own vulnerabilities. Fear is the primary motivation for giving a narcissist a second chance. Possibly they fear being alone, or are unable to find someone to share their lives with. Some individuals have told me that they are reluctant to let go of this poisonous person as they age because they do not want to be alone. Due to a fear of being alone, many individuals continue to engage in harmful relationships. Examine your inner self to determine the origin of your fear and whether or not it is a valid one. However, it is essential to remember to close certain doors before opening others. Therefore, clinging to someone or something that is not beneficial to you may cause you to miss out on something better. And sometimes, you are the one who is missing out. You do not love yourself enough to know that you deserve better, because you are so preoccupied with gaining someone's affection. Before you can overcome your anxiety, you must find inner peace and love. Again, a narcissist could receive a second chance because someone else desires it. A trigger could be from an influential person, such as a family member or close friend. This is the second explanation. Perhaps they continue to persuade you to return to the narcissist in one way or another. We must remember that they have not been the narcissist's victim. They do not comprehend what you are going through, so you must prioritize your own feelings and needs. Sometimes individuals violate their own morals to make others happy. They begin to recognize the narcissist's redeeming qualities and decide to give them another chance. No one else but you should determine whether or not to give someone a second chance. It doesn't matter if it makes no sense to other people. Just follow your instincts. The third reason for giving a narcissist a second chance is that they still adore the narcissist. Strong attachment exists between narcissists and those they have harmed or betrayed. This frequently occurs in toxic relationships. The difficulty emerges when you are compelled to return to the person who has wronged you because you still desire them. Therefore, we must accept that there are times when we can only truly love some people from a distance. It is sufficient to merely love them. You need not be with them. Being in their presence and showing them affection is even more detrimental, as it may aggravate their treatment of you. Love them enough to accept that you cannot change them, and love yourself enough to avoid putting yourself in harm's way. The fourth reason involves love itself. A person's fondness for another individual may also influence their decision to give a narcissist a second chance, because they can return and claim that they have changed or that things will now be different. In addition, if you are still in love with the narcissist, you are more likely to believe that he or she has made significant changes that will improve your relationship, regardless of how short the time period is. Reminiscing about the wonderful times of the past while ignoring or downplaying the unpleasant ones may result in a return to abusive relationships. With narcissists, there are undoubtedly many pleasant memories to recall. They gave you the impression that you had a deep connection with them and that they must truly love you. These memories will reappear, and the prospect of fresh and better recollections will push you to revisit them. The following video will explain in greater depth how narcissists achieve their goals. Therefore, be sure to subscribe to this channel and stay updated with my videos. However, these are the 4 most prevalent reasons why someone might give the narcissist a second chance. If you give a narcissist another opportunity to cause you harm, they will. Because narcissists are self-centered, you will not benefit from their return. If you are having trouble with these 4 concerns, you should avoid discussing them with others. You may have to sever ties with family and friends who urge you to give the narcissist a chance. Please contact me if you have any inquiries. Do you comprehend any of the reasons I told you today? Please feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. Don't forget to click that like button below if you found this video helpful. I appreciate you listening to what I had to say. Thank you. Exposing what the narcissist will do to win you back. Welcome to another episode in which we will discuss every aspect of narcissists. In today's video, I discuss how a narcissist would attempt to win you back despite all their transgressions. However, because they are so skilled at manipulating emotions and situations, escaping may not be as simple as you believe. Please join me in welcoming everyone. Thank you very much for visiting my channel and subscribing. If you're new to this channel, I guarantee you that there is no better time than now to subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell button so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. If there is one thing we have learned about narcissists, it is that they can't be avoided. There are always 1 or 2 individuals who enter your life. How you observe them is the only thing that matters. There is a possibility that you will not recognize them until you watch this video or other similar videos on narcissists. And if you've ever had a previous narcissist in your life who attempts to re-enter it by whatever means necessary, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Those who have been revealed or unmasked believe they can still make a comeback and be welcomed back with open arms if they play their cards effectively. Today, we will examine the narcissist's reasons for re-entering our lives as well as the techniques and games they use to do so. If we invite them back into our life, I will demonstrate some of their ways, because there would be no turning back if we established no contact or zero contact, in which the narcissist is unable to reach us or communicate with us in any way. I am certain that they would still attempt to defame you and turn everyone against you. However, it is not always possible to avoid interaction, especially when children are involved. Additionally, some individuals are uneasy with zero touch for no apparent reason. Zero contact is not always a viable strategy, regardless of the circumstances. Nevertheless, the narcissist is always an active and present threat. People frequently attempt to avoid narcissists by creating clear boundaries in situations where no contact is virtually impossible. If they can reach you, narcissists will attempt to get back together with you as soon as possible. What do they seek, however? Why would a narcissist want to reunite with you? As a matter of practicality, and to keep the video brief, there are only two things to remember. As a first step, you have a product of interest to them. As long as you continue to possess whatever they desire, a narcissist will strive to re-enter your life. The second most common reason is because they want to finish what they started, which is the destruction of your life. They are attempting to set you up for a difficult fall. If you've gotten rid of them in the past, or if they've gotten rid of you in the past, and you're now standing on your own, they'll try to bring you down again. Narcissists are renowned for their perseverance in obtaining what they desire from others. They are aware that it will require some effort on their part to overcome the obstacles you have created. Given that they will employ these strategies, you will need to be prepared for them. They will do everything possible to make us pity them. The narcissist is aware that if their problems are so dire that you feel pity for them, you may give them a second chance. To make you feel pity for them, narcissists will fabricate or concoct up stories about their tragedy. They usually utilize the excuse of illness. They would lie or pretend to be ill to convince you that they were on their deathbed. In addition, the narcissist may utilize the death of a family member to play with your emotions. They would portray themselves as being distraught by the failure. A funeral would be a scene of pranks, with children doing whatever to attract attention. Vulnerability is crucial because it makes the narcissist appear weak, helpless, and harmless. The narcissist enjoys performing the nice card con. They would sneak up on you while pretending to be humble and eager to help. Additionally, they will go out of their way to make you grin. So far as you can tell, they are always delighted to see you. The narcissist is essentially attempting to win you over and persuade you that they are no longer a threat. If the resource they wish to recover is a primary source, they can continue doing so for as long as necessary. They can also maintain the "I've changed" act for a time. There is nothing selfish in asserting or promising to change. They will go to great lengths to demonstrate their newly acquired maturity to those who require proof. They would go to great lengths to persuade you that they have changed or are in the process of changing. Although I'm not suggesting that narcissists can't try to better themselves, many of them fail. The sooner you return them when things begin to improve, the greater the likelihood that they and you will be disappointed. As soon as the narcissist feels secure and has your love again, this old monster will rear its ugly head. As I have frequently stated in my videos, suffering and self-sacrifice are what have shaped narcissists into who they are today. In addition to being a mental issue, the problem also has spiritual dimensions. You are left with a narcissist who has become more adept at manipulating you and making you feel insane. In other words, allow the narcissist to attempt to change, but do not attempt it yourself. These are the three most prevalent ways narcissists attempt to re-enter your life. Playing the weak or the victim, charming you with fake pleasantness, or convincing you that they have changed. A narcissist cannot let go of any source of supply, especially if they are not yet finished with you, because they believe it is up to them to determine if they want you around or not. Therefore, they are exerting every effort to regain your trust by delivering their absolute best performance. Moreover, narcissists rarely view second chances as an opportunity to make atonement for their past sins. They view it as an opportunity to finish what they have begun. Therefore, there will be no happy ending. Consequently, keep these limitations in mind and be cautious. Additionally, if you believe the narcissist is negatively impacting your mental and physical health, the best course of action is to retreat, regain composure, and then try again. As usual, I hope this information was of some use to you. It would be greatly appreciated if you could like and share it in any way possible. Don't forget to subscribe if this is your first visit on this channel. Have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching this video. When you discard a narcissist, this is what happens. I'm glad to see you again. It's been a while. Everyone, have a wonderful day. My advice is simple. Get rid of a narcissist as soon as possible. This is why today's video is all about it. Please note that I'm not just talking about romantic relationships with a narcissist, but also with narcissistic family members and friends. But this particular discard wasn't something the narcissist had in mind or planned. There's no denying it. Therefore, my research objective is to investigate what happens in the minds of narcissists who have been rejected. Even when their relationships come to an end, narcissistic persons feel entitled to the outcome. They want to be in charge of every aspect of your life. They believe they are the only ones with the power to shape the future of their relationship. The narcissist should be in power as long as it's in their best interest. If you abandon or expel the narcissist from your life, they will take offense. Those who have been excommunicated are almost certain to suffer a narcissistic injury, since their false sense of self is attacked by their removal. Narcissists, on the other hand, have the perfect opportunity to present themselves as the victim when you break up with them. However, in reality, they're the ones who abandon their victim. Despite their apparent displays of anguish and tenderness, they are secretly plotting your demise. How you get rid of the narcissist matters a lot when it comes to how much damage you may inflict on them. Even if you dump the narcissist in a public or private way, the narcissist will still be surprised by your decision. As a result, they'll pretend they're the victim in order to hide their shame and anger. Narcissists can detach and blame you since no excuse is ever acceptable when you dump a narcissist. In no way were they to blame for their dismissal because of anything they did or said. If you point out any issues, they'll either downplay, ignore, or pretend to have no recollection of them. According to the narcissist, they were in charge. If you merely follow, they appear to be happy. All of this was done with the express purpose of assisting them rather than helping you in any way. They genuinely cared about you in a way that no one else ever could. They can't imagine what their lives would be like if you weren't there. In order to fool you into thinking that you and the narcissist are in a reciprocal relationship, they would say things like that. As a result, they'll keep spreading the word that you're self-centered and unappreciative. It's possible that their reaction to a discard will differ depending on whether or not you were an important supply source for the narcissist. If you are a primary source of income for the narcissist, he or she would fight tooth and nail to keep you around. Using their flying monkeys, they'll try to persuade you to change your mind. Their eyes will be filled with tears. To get your attention, they'll make suicidal threats and engage in self-destructive conduct. At any given moment, they'll try to swoop down on you and take your life. And it's because a narcissist can hit rock bottom because of a primary source's discard. In the event that they lose an essential source of supply, narcissists sink into the depths of despair. In order to restore their primary source of sustenance, the narcissist will only do so when they have hit rock bottom. Nevertheless, the narcissist may be so shamed by their loss that they disappear. The fact that so many of them can't stand it is undeniable. The narcissist will, however, constantly smear and degrade you if you're their secondary supply or even negative supply. Meanwhile, they're putting together an all-flying monkey pity party. It's also possible for them to pretend that you aren't a substantial source of supply, which would prompt them to go to another source of provision and pretend that they are fine without you. However, they pretend to be unconcerned due to their belief in more trustworthy sources of supplies and the ability to recapture you when the moment is right, making them look to be unconcerned. When it all comes down to it, the amount of narcissistic supply someone provides is what really matters here. A small sample of narcissists' reactions to being discarded is provided in this video. Furthermore, the narcissist's response to your departure depends on your relationship with them. Who are you? What are you doing here? This is what narcissists always think. In addition, retaliation is always on the mind of the narcissist because they are unable to forgive or forget. Narcissists will never forget what you did for them once you've broken up with them. Because of their desperate want for narcissistic supply, they may appear to move quickly under certain conditions. They haven't forgotten about you or given up on your relationship with them, as some might assume from this. Because of the shock and disbelief induced by the unexpected rejection, a narcissist who loses control of their life is more prone to experience narcissistic fury, humiliation, or denial. Leaving a door open for the return of a narcissist after a breakup is a surefire way for you to get hurt again. That's all there is to say today. Anyone who has dealt with a narcissist before is encouraged to share their experience in the comment section below. Please give it a thumbs up and spread the word if you liked it. It's been a pleasure having you here today.